The Big Ugly, Marcus Lewis, Daniel Torch, Jekyls, Drake Frost, Scoot Robertson, just to name a few. And now, the Dark Fox, Olumide. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Warpath. I'm the natural hat trick, Matt Sanchez, joined as always by my brother over on the other side there from the very same mother, David 23 Sanchez, and we have got you guys lined up for a very, very special episode tonight of Warpath. We have with us in studio live, you could see him right there, ladies and gentlemen. It is the new SPW champion, the Dark Fox, Olumide. Olumide, thank you for joining us, sir. And I gotta, we're gonna
for gracing you with my time.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Well, a couple things that I want to kick this off with. First and foremost, Olumide, congratulations on winning the SPW championship. I want to ask you, though, because we've been hearing a lot of chatter in the SPW universe, and I just want to know, do you have a response to the people who say you shouldn't have won that because of the interference of the appeal?
I'm slightly confused by what you mean by that. Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, I'm certainly. We all witnessed the incredible match that took place at Ghouls, Frights, and Wrestling Tights between you and Scoot Robertson, and we also witnessed referee Abraham banish the appeal to the back. And just as it looked as Scoot Robertson had to the moment to regain his title, Jason and Nathan came running from the back once again and reinserted themselves back into the match. And a lot of people within the SPW universe seem to be of the opinion that that should have constituted a disqualification there on the spot. Anything that you'd like to say to address that?
Yeah, I will say something to address that. First of all, if the ref wanted to disqualify me or make any decisions, he could have done so. He didn't. So how is that my fault? How is that my problem? Let me answer that. It's not. Second of all, yeah, Nathan and Jason were out there. But guess what? There were two other people out there, and they weren't there for me. They were there for Scoot. So as far as I'm concerned, it was 3 against 3, if you include Hammer and Mr. Frost. So as far as I'm concerned, it was one-on-one, stayed one-on-one, and then other people got involved, but it evened out. So again, I'm confused by what you're saying.
Matt, this is the SPW champion that we're talking to. This is the Dark Fox Olumide. You need to show him some respect with these questions. This is ridiculous.
David, why aren't you asking me the questions?
Yeah, that's a good, thank you. I agree. So speaking of which, I mean, this is your first 30 days as champ. Congratulations. The belt looks great on you. Very befitting. Excited to see what heights you raise it to. But, you know, what everyone really wants to know is how have your first 30 days as champ been so far?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I've always lived life like a champion anyway. So, I mean, now I just have the proof. So for the past 30 days, I've, I don't know, gone to the gym. Unlike some other lazy people, I've decided to take a mental break, you know. I took some days off, chill,
Sure.
Got my mind right, yet still found a way to get in the gym. So again, people, I don't know what you're doing with your lives. And then other than that, you know, I went on a little shopping spree, bought myself something new and fancy. I enjoy it. So what can I say? Past 30 days are going to be like the next 30 days. And then the next 30 days. And then, hey, why not go from 30 days, 30 weeks, 30 years? Why not?
I like the way that sounds, champ. Absolutely.
Well, and that kind of leads really perfectly into my next question here, Olumide. You mentioned that you immediately hit back into the gym, and good on you. You've worked very hard to achieve the success that you've already achieved. But the question becomes, with the target square on your back now, what do you have to do differently to keep that championship around your waist?
Again, Matt, clearly you don't listen when I talk, or is it because you just don't like David, even though he's your brother? He got the inside scoop for you. He already knows. What am I going to do differently? Nothing. I lived like a champion before this, and I will continue to live as a champion now. So, in the ring, I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to beat people up. I'm going to throw them. I'm going to drop them, and I'm going to pin them. Pretty simple.
It's extremely simple. Maddie, come on. Like, read the room here. Like, Amazon uses his entrance music in commercials now. You think that's a coincidence? I don't. Like, does Amazon use your entrance music? No, you don't even have entrance music, Maddie. He's the champ. Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up. Do you have any more
I appreciate
questions?
your passion, David.
Absolutely. You deserve it. Any more questions?
Yes, of course. There's a lot of folks out here. Well, first and foremost, you mentioned throwing people, and while you have a big challenge ahead of you here this weekend with Brian Kendrick, who is stepping into our number one contendership role. And yes, given Brian Kendrick's size and stature, I'm sure that you could easily overpower him. He's going to bring a lot to the ring outside of that, though. So, two-part question. One is, how do you plan to counter the quickness that is Brian Kendrick? And then the second question that I have is to follow up, how do you plan on throwing Alex Ace, a man who is 7 feet tall, and there are not many people out there that cast a shadow over you, champ, but he is one of them. So what do you have to say?
All right, fine. I guess let me answer this in the order that you asked the questions, since you're asking more than one at a time. Look, okay. First one, Mr. Brian Kendrick, former cruiserweight champion in the WWE. A man renowned, a man that's got a name and has a lot to bring to the table and a lot to throw at me. And you mentioned his quickness. You're right, he's quick. But I know quick people too. You guys know him too. The Zaddy, Jason Xavier. That boy is quick as anybody I know. There's a reason why he was a Ninja Warrior. There's a reason why he is who he is. So, don't think that we just go out on boats and party all the time. As I said, I stay training. So, of course, me and him, he keeps me on my toes. All right? So that's how I'm going to handle it. Nobody's faster than Jason, so I'm not worried about it. As for Mr. Ace, as far as I remember, we had a one-on-one encounter before. And if I remember correctly, I won. So I'm a little, again, Matt, you seem to be the only one that can do this to me. I'm confused as to what the question is. I've already beat Ace. So why am I concerned with how far I'm going to throw him? It doesn't really matter how far, does it? Because I'm just going to throw him. How high is he going to go? I don't know. He'll tell you when he hits the ground.
Fair enough. Couple other items here. First and foremost, I do want to take a moment to congratulate you on something else. You, sir, have now been involved in the SPW main event match on Warpath that has become the top viewed match in the first 48 hours of it being put on the internet. So congratulations. I mean, how do you feel knowing that
there at all.
that the people are coming out to view your work?
Well, first of all, that should be no surprise. If you look at David's shirt, it says why, the appeal. We simply appeal to everybody. It doesn't really matter. So that's why it was the most watched, because one of us, again, was in it. It doesn't really matter. As long as the appeal is involved, it will get views. What was that second thing you asked me about? Something about these people, something about them coming into, I don't know, appreciate me or something like that, was it?
I mean, more or less, yes. They're coming to see the work that you're putting in. I think it's incredibly indicative of the amount of hard work that you have put in. I know that you and I don't always see eye to eye on the method to the means, but people are coming in and they see you. So that's got to be at least a little flattering for you.
Seeing as you said eye to eye, let me go ahead and take these off so you can look into my eyes and understand what I'm about to say. I am good at what I do. So it's natural that people will come to see it because they like seeing me do what I do. The issue is, I don't care. You know why I don't care? They like this end product, right? They like it when I'm all spiffy, when I'm all swagged out, when I'm destroying somebody. But what they don't know is that I'm destroying myself to do all that. You think it's easy to be me? You think it's easy to be in the appeal? You think it's easy to stay in shape, travel, wrestle? You think it's easy to do all this stuff? No, it's not. So guess what? I don't do this for them. I do this for me because I want to live this life. I want this. And I plan on keeping it. So I don't care if you like me. As a matter of fact, I prefer you don't. Because any hate that you give will just fuel me. And guess what? If you cheer me, I just know you're nothing but a bandwagon hopper. That's all you are. You were booing me before, right? When I was beating up all your favorite people. But now I'm champ. You want to hop on this train and think you're going to get somewhere with it? No, no chance. You don't ride the coattails of the appeal. You understand me? The people that cheer for us know what we're about. None of you normies know what we're about. So sit down, shut up, and watch.
Fair
Well
enough.
said.
I've got only one question left, so before I get to that, David, do you have anything else you'd like to ask the champ?
Just appreciate you coming on and giving us your time. And just want to say, that it's we PW, baby.
Well,
That I can
before
understand.
we let you go, champ, one last item here.
Hold on, just a second. Sorry. New lady, trying to remember what her name was. Continue.
If we could only all be so lucky. Last question here, champ. Do you have any comment on fans thinking that you can't win on your own and you have to rely on the appeal?
Wow. Jesus, what do you say about respectful questions? Oh my God. Sorry, champ.
All right. Again, I am confused. I can't win by myself. What are these people talking about? As far as I'm concerned, when I won this, I had two people on my side. Scoot had two people on his side. They cancel out. It's one-on-one. Simple math. I won. I did it. Who got the pin? I got the pin. Who hit that boy with the illuminator? I did that. So I don't know why you're saying I can't do this alone. I'm doing just fine. It's not my fault that I am in an elite group where we all care about each other. It's not my fault. We know that we are all part of a rare breed, so we need to take care of each other. That is all we do. But when it comes time to handle business, we can all handle our business. But why risk it? Why would they let somebody like me get damaged? Why would I let somebody like them get damaged? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. But nonetheless, I apologize because it's irrelevant. I can do this by myself. I'm not worried about it, and neither are the boys. The ones that are doubting me, just stupid. Have no foresight. They can't see into the future because I am the future.
Well said, champ. Well, congratulations once again. Very much looking forward to seeing you in action this Sunday down at Soccer World against Brian Kendrick. It's going to be one hell of a match. Real quick reminder for everybody live in chat here at twitch.tv/Supreme Pro Wrestling. Hit !TICKS right now if you haven't got your tickets yet. It is still hungry. It is going to be this Sunday, and it is, of course, our canned food drive show. So bring some canned food. Help some families with that are less fortunate than us, and come see the champ defend his belt for the very first time against former WWE superstar high flyer Brian Kendrick. Olumide, thank you very, very much for joining us, and we hope to see you again very, very soon.
Thank you so much, champ. See you again too soon. Except you, David. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you on the yacht, right?
We talked about that.
Maybe. Okay, we'll talk after. It's good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much to Olumide for joining us. We want to remind you guys once again, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, we have the Brian Kendrick meet and greet coming up on Sunday at Soccer World, and that is, of course, going to be taking place at Still Hungry with the Collectible Stampede meet and greet. You can get yourself a selfie, an autograph, or a combination of the two. Also, we already announced, like we mentioned earlier, we are going to see the street fight of Rockin' Rodeo Express taking on the Body Shop. The Body Shop laying down the challenge, and Mr. Miller, just before suspending himself, putting this one into action. We will see this one, and I'm betting we're probably going to see a very large wrench there, Dave, as the metal mechanic Bobby Callahan loves to bring the equalizer with him to the ring. And, of course, we are also going to see the SPW Champion's running mate, Jason Xavier, will be taking place in a fatal four-way for the SPW Extreme Championship as he looks to capture the gold from newly crowned Extreme Champion Jack Cartwheel. Also involved in that match will be Hellraiser Blaze as well as THC's Dante Daring. It's going to be one hell of a match, Dave. And then the two big items that we are looking forward to the most is, of course, going to be the SPW Tag Team Championship, as the Honor Society, who vanquished the appeal last month, will take on the High Council for those SPW championships. And like we mentioned just a little bit earlier, we are going to see Brian Kendrick in action as he is set to try and snatch that gold away from Olumide in our main event, as Olumide set to defend his title for the very first time at Still Hungry. So make sure you get yourself some tickets right now by hitting !TICKS, or if you're on our YouTube, scroll down, check out the link below. That is going to do it for our exclusive interview here with Olumide. We thank each and every one of you for joining us this afternoon or this evening or wherever you are. And David, when are we going to see him?
We will see you next Thursday.